MovieWeb.com.
Okay, how much input did you have into the creation of the script for this film?
They had already started building the script around Dwayne before I got involved, and then after I think they got the first official draft out is when it was submitted to me. And from that point on, once I came aboard as the director, that's when I really started beginning my process of sort of shifting it around and working with the writers, working with Dwayne, our producers, and the studio to sort of help shape the vision that I was looking for.
Well, I'm always interested in this, is that this is another single parent from Disney. I'm wondering, why do you think Disney always gravitates towards the single parent storylines?
You know, I don't know if it's so much of I've heard that before where, you know, and I guess, I think that a lot of times in probably just storytelling, sometimes if you're looking for the dramatic structure, single parent sometimes tells a more dramatic story than two parents, because theoretically, if I'm a single parent, I'm doing the work of two and having to provide. If we have the second parent that's right there, then maybe that takes away. And for this type of picture, I think that that was probably the right choice.
Well, did you look to any other of the older 70s Disney sports films for this to get like an outline maybe of where you were going?
Not so much about that as much as I was sort of inspired by movies like Three Men and a Baby, Mr. Mom, even classic movies like Heidi, Annie. Those sort of things maybe were part of my inspiration. I grew up in Texas loving football, so when I got into the football side of it, I was much more interested in the original Longest Yard and North Dallas 40 and those sort of movies to sort of help ground me in the world of football.
Well, this really is kind of a merger of those two types of films, which I thought was really cool. But what was it like working with The Rock on this? I mean, how was that experience?
Really one of the best ever. He is a great guy on camera and off camera, really funny, and a collaborative. You know, as a director, your dream is to make sure every day you walk on the set, the actors want to collaborate and play with you. And for Dwayne, everything I would come onto the set with in terms of an idea, he would so quickly embrace and make it his own, and then he'd come back with ideas. And then the fact that we had Kira Sedgwick and Rosalind Sanchez and Morris Chestnut and our little star Madison Pettis, we had so many people willing to play every day. It just made it for such a pleasure.
Well, I heard that he enjoyed getting in the tutu.
He loved. There wasn't anything about the movie that he didn't enjoy in terms of, and that's the sort of work ethic that he brings in. And it's much easier if you're spending a lot of time on your set having off-camera conversation about, listen, get in the tutu, it's going to be fine. Come on, I'll buy you a beer later. I need you in the tutu. You're killing your day. This is a guy who's like, let's go, let's make it happen. And he knew inherently for himself, he so understands the jokes at times and has such a self-deprecating sense of humor. He knows what it's all about in terms of him getting in that tutu, so he's ready to go.
Well, the little girl Madison looks so much like The Rock. I'm wondering, what was the process of finding her? Or did you guys just luck out in having somebody who was already kind of in the Disney family?
Well, she wasn't in the Disney family yet.
Or she hadn't been in that show?
No, when we did a national search, we found her, young actress out of Dallas. I'm from Texas, so it was nice that we had the little Texas bond. But she had done a couple of commercials and I think a few episodes of Barney. So at that time, she auditioned with lots of other people, and it was really her personality that just popped so much that made me think that's the girl we got to cast.
Now, did you ever get the girls into playing the football? Because I know the guys were doing the ballet, but we never see the girls really. I know she dresses up in the uniform.
Well, Madison, and there's a couple things where she's playing out on the practice field and stuff like that, but that was never too much a part of the storyline. We have stuff with her just playing football with everybody.
Now, what do you think of The Rock's Elvis impersonation? Do you think it's as good as Kurt Russell's and Bruce Campbell's?
I love, Dwayne is a huge Elvis fan, and when we got to the point where he needed to start playing that guitar, which is one of the Elvis guitars, and we had so much support from the Presley estate and Graceland and everything, he just, I thought, did a phenomenal job.
I want to know how you guys concocted this tuna milkshake, because I actually tried to make it last night. It was disgusting.
It's a disgusting. I think we were literally trying to come up with we sat in a room and talked about every conceivable thing that you could put in and why you would put it in. You'd put that in for protein. You would put that, and that it wouldn't. It would be drinkable. So when we were concocting the idea, it was all very natural. There's no chemicals that we were putting in terms of even the list of ingredients. So we were trying to make the the ultimate sort of sports shake, that would also be the most disgusting thing.
Well, the color alone is just
Color
horrific.
alone was disgusting, but I will tell you, as you probably experienced last night, the smell on the set was far worse.
Oh, especially when it goes everywhere.
You have that much tuna and egg yolk everywhere. That can work its magic on you.
Want a cookie?
What did you put in those cookies?
Milk, flour, cinnamon.
I'm allergic to cinnamon. 3, 2, 1, go. Boston Rebels, experience the heat.